When you think of a shark, what comes to mind? For most people, it's a great white, a powerful hunter with rows of sharp teeth. Maybe you picture the sleek, fast mako shark, or even the aggressive bull shark. These are the sharks we see in movies. They are the celebrities of the ocean. But the world of sharks is so much bigger than that. It's more diverse and fascinating than you could ever imagine. There are hundreds of different species. Each one has its own unique way of life. They have their own behaviors and their own place in the ocean's ecosystem. They aren't all just mindless eating machines. To understand these amazing animals better, let's try something fun. Imagine we could map their personalities. What if we created a shark alignment chart? This idea comes from the game Dungeons and Dragons. In that game, characters have alignments. These alignments describe their moral and ethical codes. We can use this same system for sharks. It helps us see them not as monsters, but as complex creatures. Each one has a role to play. Some are peaceful giants, others are fierce protectors of their territory, and some are just plain strange and mysterious. This chart isn't about good versus evil in a human sense. Sharks aren't evil, of course. They are wild animals just trying to survive. But we can use these terms to describe their behavior. It's a way to understand their strategies for living. A good shark might be one that helps its ecosystem in a big way. A chaotic shark might be unpredictable and aggressive. This system gives us a new lens. It's a new way to appreciate the incredible diversity of these ancient fish. It takes us beyond the scary movie stereotypes. It lets us dive deeper into their world. So, let's get ready to explore this idea. We're going to journey into the ocean's depths. We'll meet sharks of all kinds. We will look at how they hunt, how they live, and how they interact with their world. From the sunny surface waters to the dark, crushing abyss. Each shark has a story. Each one has a place on our chart. And today, we're going to focus on one of the most bizarre and fascinating sharks of all. This is a creature that perfectly fits a very specific and very sinister alignment. We're going to talk about the goblin shark. So, how does this alignment chart work? It's pretty simple. It has two axes. The first axis is about morality, good, neutral, or evil. In our shark world, good sharks are often beneficial to the ecosystem in a broad, gentle way. Evil sharks are those that are ruthlessly self-serving, often with aggressive or terrifying tactics. Neutral falls somewhere in the middle, focused purely on survival without a wider agenda. It's not about judging them, it's about describing their impact and their methods from a human perspective. It's a way for us to categorize their survival strategies in a fun and understandable way. The second axis is about ethics, lawful, neutral, or chaotic. A lawful shark follows a predictable pattern. It might stick to a specific territory or hunting style. Think of it as a creature of habit. A chaotic shark is the opposite. It's unpredictable, aggressive, and seems to have no rules. They are the wild cards of the ocean. And again, neutral is the middle ground. This shark doesn't follow a strict code, but it isn't totally random either. It does whatever works best in the moment. It is the ultimate opportunist, guided by instinct alone. Let's look at some examples to make it clearer. The gentle whale shark would be lawful good. It is a peaceful filter feeder. It follows predictable migration routes. It poses no threat and is a majestic, calming presence in the ocean. The great white shark could be lawful neutral. It is a powerful apex predator, but it follows rules. It has specific hunting grounds and techniques. It maintains order at the top of the food chain. It's not malicious, it's just doing its job as a top predator. Its role is defined and consistent. On the more aggressive side, you have the bull shark. This one is a perfect fit for chaotic evil. It is incredibly aggressive and unpredictable. It can swim into freshwater rivers, attacking anything it sees as a threat or food. There's no pattern, just pure, raw aggression. The mako shark might be chaotic neutral. It's incredibly fast and energetic, a whirlwind of action. It isn't necessarily malevolent, but is highly unpredictable and lives a life of pure, instinctual impulse. It is a free spirit of the shark world, driven by the need to hunt and move. Now let's dive deep, I mean really deep, down into the dark, cold abyss more than 4,000 feet below the surface. This is a place with immense pressure and no sunlight. It is here that we find our main subject, the goblin shark. This creature is truly one of a kind. It's often called a living fossil because its family line goes back 125 million years. It looks like something from a prehistoric nightmare. It has a long, flat snout that looks like a blade. Its skin is a weird pinkish-gray color because its blood vessels show through its translucent skin. The most incredible thing about the goblin shark is its jaw. Normally its jaw is tucked neatly under its snout, but when it attacks, something amazing happens. It can launch its entire jaw forward. This is a process called slingshot feeding. The jaw shoots out at incredible speed to snatch its prey. It's the only shark that can do this. Its teeth are long and slender like needles. They are perfect for grabbing slippery prey like squid and deep-sea fish. It doesn't need to be a fast swimmer. It just drifts slowly through the dark, waiting for an unlucky meal to swim by. Living in the deep sea has shaped everything about the goblin shark. Its eyes are very small. In the total darkness of the abyss, sight isn't very useful. Instead, it relies on its other senses. That long, flat snout is covered with special sensors called ampullae of Lorenzini. These pores can detect the faint electrical fields given off by other living creatures. So, the goblin shark sees its world through electricity. It can find a fish hiding in the dark without ever laying an eye on it. This makes it a silent, ghost-like hunter. Because it lives so deep, we rarely see this shark. Most of what we know comes from accidental catches in deep-sea fishing nets. Its rarity and its strange looks make it a creature of mystery. It's not like other sharks that we can study in coastal waters. The goblin shark is a true enigma. It is a solitary creature living a life of isolation in the crushing blackness. It's a survivor from another time, using a bizarre and unique set of tools to make a living in one of the harshest environments on Earth. It is a true alien of the deep. So where does the goblin shark fit on our alignment chart? I believe it is the perfect example of neutral evil. Let's break down why. The neutral part of its alignment comes from its lifestyle. It is a solitary and opportunistic hunter. It doesn't follow a strict code or set of rules like a lawful creature. It doesn't patrol a territory. It also isn't chaotic in the way a bull shark is, thrashing with unpredictable rage. The goblin shark is a creature of pure pragmatism. It does what is necessary to survive, moment by moment, guided by simple self-interest. The evil part of the alignment comes from its purely self-serving nature and its terrifying hunting method. Remember, evil here means prioritizing oneself above all else, often in a way that seems cruel or sinister. The goblin shark's entire existence is about its own survival, with no wider benefit to its ecosystem. It is a predator that simply removes life from the deep sea for its own gain. Its slingshot jaw is a horrifyingly effective tool. It's a sudden, violent, and purely selfish action. It ambushes its prey from the darkness in a way that feels uniquely malevolent. This shark is not a pack hunter. It does not form social bonds. It lives a life of complete isolation. Its only goal is to find its next meal. This solitary focus on self-preservation is the core of the neutral evil alignment. A neutral evil character in D&D is someone who will do whatever they can get away with to advance their own goals. They are selfish and have no problem harming others if it benefits them. The goblin shark embodies this perfectly. It drifts silently, waiting for an opportunity, and when it comes, it strikes without hesitation for its own benefit. Think about it from the perspective of its prey. One moment, you are swimming in the dark. The next, a ghostly pink shape appears, and a set of needle-like teeth shoot out from its face to grab you. It's a terrifying end. The goblin shark's method is efficient, but it is also deeply unsettling. It's not about maintaining balance in the ecosystem. It's not about raw, chaotic energy. It is about cold, calculated, and self-serving opportunism. That is the essence of neutral evil, and the goblin shark wears it well in the lonely darkness of the abyss. To truly understand why the goblin shark is neutral evil, it helps to compare it to other sharks on the alignment chart. Let's start with the lawful good whale shark again. The whale shark is a gentle giant. It cruises the oceans, filtering plankton. Its existence is peaceful and predictable. It is a source of wonder, not fear. The goblin shark is its polar opposite. It is a reclusive ambush predator with a terrifying attack. Where the whale shark is a symbol of gentle majesty, the goblin shark is a symbol of alien horror from the deep. Now let's look at the great white, our lawful neutral predator. The great white is a powerful and respected ruler of its domain. It maintains the health of seal populations. It has a clear role in its ecosystem. It is a necessary and predictable force of nature. The goblin shark, on the other hand, has no such grand role. It is a scavenger of the deep, a solitary agent that takes what it can. It does not regulate an ecosystem in the same visible way. It simply exists for itself, a ghost in the machine rather than a king on a throne. What about a chaotic evil shark like the bull shark? The bull shark is defined by its explosive and unpredictable aggression. It causes chaos wherever it goes, from oceans to rivers. Its violence is overt and widespread. The goblin shark's evil is different. It is not chaotic, it is quiet, hidden and patient. It is a sinister whisper in the dark, not a raging scream. Its evil is personal and direct, aimed at one victim at a time. It is a more subtle and in some ways more unsettling form of self-interest. It is the assassin in the shadows, not the berserker on the battlefield. Finally, let's compare it to the chaotic neutral mako shark. The mako is a bundle of pure energy and speed. It lives a life of impulse, chasing fish with incredible acrobatics. It is wild and free. The goblin shark is the opposite. It is slow, sluggish, and deliberate. It waits for food to come to it. Its actions are not driven by wild impulse but by cold, patient opportunism. While the mako represents freedom and energy, the goblin shark represents a slow, creeping dread. Each of these sharks has a distinct personality, and the goblin shark's is uniquely its own, that of the self-serving opportunist. The goblin shark's appearance and mystery are huge parts of its neutral evil reputation. It looks like it was designed for a horror movie. That pale, almost lifeless skin, the tiny black eyes, and the blade-like snout all contribute to its sinister image. And then, there's the jaw. That jaw is the stuff of nightmares. When you combine its ghoulish looks with its rare, fleeting appearances, it becomes a legend. It is the monster that lurks in the deepest, darkest corners of our planet, a place humans can barely reach. This mystery amplifies its frightening nature. Of course, some people might argue against this alignment. A scientist would correctly point out that the goblin shark is not evil. It is an animal that has adapted perfectly to its extreme environment. Its slingshot jaw is a brilliant evolutionary solution for catching fast prey when you're a slow-moving shark. Its solitary nature is a result of living in a place where food is scarce and spread out. From a biological standpoint, it is a masterpiece of evolution. It is simply a successful creature, not a villain from a story. But our alignment chart isn't about strict science. It's a way to interpret animal behavior through a human lens, to tell a story about their role in the world. And in that story, the goblin shark's actions fit neutral evil perfectly. It is a creature that operates entirely for itself. It uses a terrifying and uniquely selfish method to survive. It harms others for its own benefit and lives a life of complete independence, unbound by any social rules or ecological duty. It is the ultimate opportunist, a perfect model of self-interest in a world of darkness. So, in the grand theater of the ocean, the goblin shark plays its part flawlessly. It is not the noble king like the great white, or the gentle giant like the whale shark. It is not the raging monster like the bull shark. It is something else entirely. It is the silent schemer, the patient opportunist that waits in the shadows. It is a creature of pure, unadulterated self-interest. For all these reasons, the goblin shark has rightfully earned its title. It is and always will be the neutral evil of the ocean.